Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. The calendar has been circled for this one for quite some time. Throughout the offseason, anticipation for an early-in-the-year top-5 clash. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Buckeyes about to kick it away and get this season started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback moving. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play. Clemson will send the punt team out. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips through the line. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. First down here for the offense. Gonna run it. It's Francis. Got room at the 35. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Looking to throw on second down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll let it go down the right side. Pulls it in inside the 10. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Oh, nice play by the offense, but listen, defensively, I gave him the big play, so short memory. Now I got to bow my neck, make a stop on this goal line stand.
The Buckeyes line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
7, Clemson, 0.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive, so someone's going to have to step up and make...
Oh, look out, there he goes! That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. At the 35, he's open. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this cat.
The give to the tailback. They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for space, it's Beckham. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. My, oh my, 41 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Touch pass on the right. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They want to run it left here. They're just trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11.
Now 2nd and goal.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Third and goal from way back there. Wide out in motion. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Feeling some heat. It's a fumble on the play. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job of getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
You see it in football all the time, right? I get a matchup on the outside. You want to try to play man coverage? I'm going to let my wide receiver try to go up and make a play. A lot of times the wide receiver wins. Not this time.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Complete to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Still on his feet at the 45. He's up to 41 yards rushing in the early going, and he is making an impact in the 1st game of the season.
And that's the 1st down for the offense.
And the Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the receiver.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were. That's why they got the first down.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Inside the 25. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
3rd down and inches, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to be physical and they're going to run the football, but they still executed at a good level. Not only picking up the first down, chewing up more yardage to make this drive even easier.
They'll ride the hot hand. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll give it to the back. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. To the ground to try to move the chains. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, Phyllis, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Colorado went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Buffs in a statement win if there ever was one. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
He's tackled at the 25-yard line. 3rd down coming up.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Big 3rd down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on 3rd down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive.
looking deep down the right side. It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Clemson. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Davis. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Casey. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Quick pass on the jet motion. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. He'll just keep slinging it. He lets it fly. Snags it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Running back goes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Tigers. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Quick completion on the out route. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He's going to pass. Pulls it in. It's Nix. Off he goes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route. Against zone coverage, quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
The Buckeyes are threatening in the red zone. Comes out throwing on first down. Pressure coming. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The AT unit on the field. Oh, they blocked the extra point. He picks it up. Remember, he can take it back. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Fair catch called for and made. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms.
Up right here, one time.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Makes a move. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Line gets set, first down. They keep it on the ground to open the third. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Looking for a huge play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. These DBs going to give a little cushion. From the gun. Give on the inside. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I don't mind the run here, and I say that because it's second down and forever. And now at least it's third down and ever. Now you have a chance on third down to be successful. Not as predictable, not as many yards to get. I think that's a good call by the offense.
He'll take a deep shot here. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Charlotte ran roughshod over the competition today en route to a double-digit victory, and they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those gorgeous unis. This team is buttoned up. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Looking for room. It's Beckham. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Small gain, I know. But, again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Try to get it to the edge. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He'll set up to throw. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Casey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Right back to the well. Oh, what a move to get room. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
The give to the single back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quarterback will audible. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. And they got him for the sack. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the right. And it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense
Just destroying his way through the field. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
You start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll leave it with him. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
At the 44. 3rd down coming up.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Clemson.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
You think about those guys on the move, man. He's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy, breezy.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 42, Clemson 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
And that's another first.
They'll run play action. Trying to get to it. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
They finally make the stop at the big run. It's plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Clemson is quick to the line. To the ground. He's got it again. Keeps the legs moving. Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line.
You know what? Everybody gets energized in the whole football team You got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on 3rd down. Pushes ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
Yeah, and this offense needs a smart plan. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
And he made the extra point without problem. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Texas A&M found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in College Station. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And you got to wonder if this offense is trying to run the score up because they're blowing this team out. Here we are in the 4th quarter. And they're still taking shots. They're going to play until this clock reads all zeros.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. They're bringing heat. He'll let one go down the right side. It's complete. A huge pickup.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. The give, and tick, 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 tick.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the 4th quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive. And so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. These corners backing off a bit. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Afterburner's coming. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Leaves it with the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
And they'll take a knee on fourth down, happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And they take a knee on fourth down, having inflicted enough damage, and that ought to do it. We've waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution.